Hello and welcome to Scrapping on the Fly. My name is Kristen and I am here with day 13 of 30 Days of Sketches with Christy's Beautiful Life, the double page series. All of our exclusive sketches for this month, and this one is by Janet Fritz, which is Galaxy Girl Creations. And I'm taking the opportunity with all of these pictures to document my favorite subject these days, my grandson. And I am using 49 Market's Ocean. I have the 6x8 paper pad. I have 2 papers left from this collection. That is all. These 2 are the end of the line. I've got nothing else paper-wise except for what's left over in my 6x8s. I have the acetate pieces, the frames, and then the laser cut. There's like lots of butterflies and different things in here. So I have my papers, I have my embellishments, I have my stack of super adorable pictures, and this really great sketch. So let's see how this goes. So first things first, I wanted these 2 sides because she's got like mixed media back there, and I have a feeling she's going to mix media hers up like big time. She does some amazing mixed media. Janet, the creator of the sketch. But I decided to use these because I want to stick with that blue theme. Not just because he's a boy or whatever, but because there's a lot of blue in the pictures because him's got lots of outer space stuff. And so a lot of that is blue. So I thought that would be the best color theme for me to go with anyway. And I love the concept of actually using up all of a collection. Now I still have plenty of acetate bits and pieces and butterflies and some things that go with this. But these 2 sheets of paper are the end of the line. I do not have any more 12 by 12 sheets for this collection. Everything else is going to be 6 by 8. So that's pretty impressive because it takes a lot to go through and use up an entire collection for real. So I have, instead of 3 larger pictures and then a bunch of like the 3x4 or whatever size, that's considered there, I have used 1 large picture, which is that 3rd picture over, or, the one in the middle. And then the other 2 bigger pictures I split in half because what I decided to do was the first 14 days of my grandson's life. So I have matted all 14 pictures except for this one in the bottom left corner. I've matted all of them with the 6x8 papers and a piece of scrap that I had. So now that I've done that, and I did it a very thin border because my pictures are a little big, okay? I do math for a living, which my math teachers in high school and middle school would probably be like shocked to hear. I do math for a living. I am a bookkeeper. I manage money all day long, and somehow 4 plus 4 plus 3 plus 3 was going to fit on a 12 by 12 layout. I don't know. Y'all, that's 14. And 14 inches does not fit on a 12-inch layout. So I trimmed down my pictures as best as I could. I obviously don't want to lose any of the beautiful chunky cheeks or the little hands or anything like that. So I trimmed my pictures down as best I could, mostly like blankets and things like that. And so to where it would fit. Now, her sketch kind of has some space on the outside of both layouts. You're not going to get that with me. I literally have a little sliver next to the outside pictures. I'm fine with that. So fine with that. The way this turned out, I'm just thrilled that it actually all fits. So I get all my pictures on here to where they're going to fit. And I don't mind that they're not the same sizes, like width or height. Just because when I first started trimming them up, I had them in a different arrangement. And so some of them are a little shorter, some of them are a little thicker. I'm okay with that. And there is a gap between 2 of those pictures. And I thought I'd put some rub-ons there, but I don't have rub-ons for this collection. I don't know what I was thinking. Anyway, it's fine. I don't mind it at all. And I could always maybe do a little journaling there, but I doubt it. I think I'll just leave it alone. So I get all of my pictures on there, and then I took the time to punch out all the things from the laser cut because they were driving me crazy getting caught up on things. So I'm going to just put them in like a bag. But I pull these 2 little like stitched strips, and I'm going to put one at the top left layout and the one at the bottom. And then I pulled out 14 butterflies or dragonflies to put on each picture, and I'm going to use my white Jelly Roll Moonlight pen and write the number. So like I said, these are the first 14 days of my grandson's life, and I had originally went back and forth between doing like 1, 2, 3, 4 or 923, 924. I decided to go with the 1, 2, 3, 4 because I'll put on a little tag over in the upper right corner. I'll write 923 through, I think it's October the 5th was the last day of the 14 days. But each of those butterflies or dragonflies has a number on it. And so it's the order that the pictures go in. And you can just see, obviously, it's not huge changes because it's just 2 weeks of his life, but you can see the little changes in his face because, like, his face was broken out a little bit in the beginning, and there was a day when he had scratched himself, and, like, the next day he was pretty cleared up, you know, those kinds of things. So I wanted him to be, you know, pictures of his sweet little face closer up and not as far back. So I made sure to get one of these little chunky cheek pictures. And yes, other than one of them, I've taken every one of these pictures because, oh no, there's 2 of them I didn't take. I have seen him every single day of his life so far, except for one when I was in New York City on the 28th. And so that picture on the bottom, wrapped up in the little green blanket with the hat on, my daughter took and sent me because I was in New York City and didn't get to see him and take my own picture that day. But the rest of them are mostly mine because I do little photo shoots with him every time I see him, and I see him every day. So you can imagine what my camera roll looks like. So anyway, I added some blue acetate butterflies on here just to give a little something else to those outside spaces. And then I also put a little frame at the bottom, and I put it through the branding strip. So it kind of just added a little something there. I like the look of that. And then I'm going to use that space to add my title, which I started out, I was going to do the first 2 weeks. Then I changed it and decided to do 2 weeks of love. And then I added the word grand since him's my grandson. And so ended up with 2 weeks of grand love. And I wanted to spread it out. Now I'm going to move it a little bit from where you're seeing it right now because I don't like the way it looks. It's kind of chunky looking and odd. So I want it to flow a little bit better. So I'm going to do that. And then the other thing is I took these little gold stars or asterisks and put them on the right layout because I got all of this gold with the title in the bottom left layout, but nothing gold on the right. So I wanted to add those, and so I did that. And then I pulled this little bit from the collection that's got like little wordy bits on it and some blue, and I add that and a little label, and that label is where I'm going to write the dates, the 23rd through, like I said, I think the 5th. And then I took that little piece I cut off, and I'm just going to tuck it under the little title in this little frame. And that is it. I want y'all to know this is probably this is my favorite layout that I have done so far this month. And I have done a lot of layouts that I really, really like or really love, but this is my favorite. Not just because it's my grandson, because I've done lots of layouts of him, but I love the way that it turned out. I love how every picture is a focal point and it's not like one really stands out. They all are kind of, you know, I don't know. And then just the little thought to put the little number on those little butterflies. I was trying to think of how I wanted to do the numbers, and I love that this is what came to me. So anyway, I hope that you all have enjoyed this, and I hope that you all are getting some inspiration from the 30 Days of Sketches. You can find those on 30 Days of Sketches with Christy's Beautiful Life. There's a playlist that you can hunt down if you aren't already there, and lots of inspiration to be had there. And then, of course, you can always come back and visit me every day because I'm hoping that I'll be here for the rest of the month. And I am going to go in with some Nuvo Deluxe and glue down all of those alphas and the little asterisks. I just didn't want to do it until I was certain I liked where everything was. Look at that face. Anyway, I would love it if you'd give me a thumbs up if you like this video and or my layouts. And I'd love it if you'd come back and see me again. I'd love it if you'd subscribe if you haven't already. And thank you for sticking around to the end of the video. Have a great day, and I hope you get a chance today to do something you love with someone you love. Happy scrapping.